Hello fish fools, Jeff here. So that is a Rosy Loach. There's another one in this clump of floating plants here. So this is my first look at them in the light. I just received an order from Aquatic yesterday. That was the second time I've ordered fish online to be shipped to me. And this is the first time I'm keeping Rosy Loaches. The first time keeping any loaches. And Aquatic with their acclimation suggestions to not turn on lights for 6 to 8 hours after receiving them to allow them to get comfortable, so I obliged. And here we are almost 24 hours later, turning on the light for the first time. So I got Rosy Loaches, roseline sharks, aka Denison barbs, and Siamese algae eaters from Aquatic Arts. And I showed the unboxing video yesterday. I ordered 6 roseline sharks. In the bag that they sent were 7. There was one DOA, but they sent an extra, which offset the DOA. So they did mention that on their website, that they would often send extras to cover them that way. So that worked out with the roseline sharks. I have 6, paid for 6, and Rosy Loaches, same thing. I bought 12. There were 13 in the bag, 1 dead upon arrival, so I have 12 alive, and hopefully they're all alive. I do have these sponge filters in here, so I don't know if there's any hiding behind, but everything that I can see out in the open appears to be alive. And I also got 12 Siamese algae eaters, really tiny. I bought 12 of those. I received 12, no extras. They all did arrive alive. There was, when I was inspecting the bag, I thought maybe one might be dead. That was not moving, but it was twitching a little. So it did arrive alive. It was still alive, but shortly after adding it to the tank, almost immediately it did die. It didn't look like it was about to, so yeah, lost one of those. And they are really tiny. I was kind of a little surprised at how small they were. I think these roseline sharks are really small, which I do kind of like it like that, because I would like them to grow in my tanks, and you know, as young as they would be, would allow me to have them more of their lifespan. The only thing, just the concern, is that they're more vulnerable when they're that young. So just hopefully but they look okay, so hopefully that'll be alright. Yeah, so loaches, Rosy Loaches. Loaches are known to eat snails, which is probably a big factor why I never kept loaches before, because I have snails in pretty much all my tanks. And even here there are snails, and the Rosy Loaches don't appear to be bothering them. And they are, as small as they are, they do, full size, they're still small, so I think they would be still too small to eat snails, unless maybe baby snails, who knows. the tank that they're going in has a ton of Malaysian trumpet snails, so we'll see if they do end up eating those or what. There's some over on the sponge filters there. So these are known to be active fish, and I have noticed they have been pretty active for the most part. Still adjusting, and the males would get kind of colorful. The males get rosy, and the females just kind of stay plain. I think they are neat. I've seen some YouTube videos of them and thought they were cool, and I wanted some, and now I have them. So I'm going to show you the tank that they're going to go in. This 20 long is where the Rosy Loaches will go after their quarantine period is over. So as I mentioned, there's a ton of Malaysian trumpet snails in here, so either if they get bigger, they go after them, that could be potentially a massacre, but I have so many, that's alright. And this has guppy and other hybrids. I think they would cohabitate with them okay. A few platies in here. And I'll put some of the Siamese algae eaters in here as well. And there's Neocaridina shrimp in here. One of the videos I saw with Rosy Loaches was the person who kept them had them in a tank with shrimp, and they seem to be fine, so I think it'll be alright. Right here is my Anacharis. It's spreading alright. I started with 3 stems, and as each stem reaches a surface, I'm clipping it and replanting the half of it and spreading it that way. So started with 3 stems, and that's where we are now. And got some Java moss in here. So I just put this in here because I have other tanks that are full of it. So I gotta put it in here, and if anybody might be interested, I am offering Java moss to channel members. So I did just have my first channel member that I just sent some Java moss to Elmer in Virginia. So the first member, I covered the shipping. It was $5 from here to Virginia. I imagine it'd be the same anywhere else, but any members can have some Java moss upon providing shipping costs, which I expect will be $5. And in here we have some guppies. I had a pregnant female in here because I want to try to do some selective breeding, and I want to keep some female virgin guppies separated. So now that I can sex them, like that right there is a female for sure. So it's about time that I can do that. Yeah. So Rosy Loach is going in here, and I'll show you where the roseline sharks are going to go. So this is my 84-gallon community tank featuring mostly schooling fish. So I have a full-grown adult roseline shark in here. So look how awesome this fish looks. That's how those little roseline sharks will grow up to look like. So I'll add them in here after the quarantine period is over, and then they'll get to grow up in here, and over time they'll become as good looking as that roseline shark is right there. Yeah. Alright, back to the 10-gallon quarantine tank. Another look at the Rosy Loaches. So I'm wondering if they're eating algae, or because they're kind of behaving like the Siamese algae eaters do, how they're scouring the edges of everything as if they might be picking off algae. But from what I know, they will eat anything. So, you know, the loaches are snail eaters, but these guys will eat any type of food, flake food, live food, frozen food, and I'm figuring probably algae too. So like that one right there, it's probably a male, because it is maybe slightly a little tinted with color. Alright, well that's it for now, and remember, I'm Jeff, and I enjoy fishies. Thanks for watching.